Hello and welcome to the Discriminating Gamer, the board game review show that doesn't understand what the big deal is about Disney taking over Star Wars. I mean, we all remember Star Tours, right? That was fantastic. I mean, that was awesome. I actually saw it at Euro Disney. It was all in French. It was just over my head. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take a moment to tell you all about the latest expansion to a great tabletop game, and that is, of course, Firefly the game, Blue Sun, from Gale Force 9. Blue Sun brings quite a bit more to the tabletop for your Firefly game. And of course, if you've played Firefly the game, you know there's probably not a lot of room left on your tabletop. It's really a real estate management game. Anyway, what this game brings is, first of all, you've got a whole new sideboard. And the sideboard fits right alongside the rest of the board. And this gives you rim space. Now, in rim space, you're going to find all sorts of neat and funky things. But not the least of which is you get a new nav deck. Just like you have the Alliance worlds with their nav deck, and you have the Border worlds with their nav deck, so too does rim space have its own nav deck. And rim space is pretty scary, because you have more Reavers are going to appear in rim space. In fact, this game comes with two new Reaver minis, and that's important because the base game only comes with one Reaver mini. Now there are three, and they start out in rim space. Now also too, every time a Reaver moves, they're going to leave a little token behind, and they may leave multiple tokens behind depending on if they enter that space multiple times, and then they'll leave it. So if you enter one of these spaces with a token, you have to roll the dice. And if your die roll is equal to or less than the number of Reavers there in the in the space, you attract a Reaver there, and you got to battle a Reaver. And that is not fun for anyone. Now also, the Blue Sun expansion comes with new contacts. For instance, you can go and talk to Mr. Universe out there in rim space, and he can give you these kind of funky mission things that kind of alter your missions, which are pretty cool. Also, if you want to, you can do a deal with LA Law's Benny Stowitz. It comes with a new world of Meridian, where you can do some shopping, just like you can shop on other places on the board. It comes with new leaders that can be captains for your ships. And of course, it even comes with new scenarios, new stories, new things to help your game begin, and the unique victory conditions that come with each scenario. So before I give you my opinion on the Blue Sun expansion, if you want to read my written review for Firefly the game, the base game, you can go to thediscriminatinggamer.com, click on the Deseret News Reviews tab, and read it there. I played it earlier this year, played it several times since then, really enjoy Firefly the base game. Now, one of the criticisms that I and a lot of people had with the base game, however, is there's not a lot of conflict. It felt like everybody was playing their own little solitaire game. Gale Force 9 fixed that by putting out the Pirates and Bounty Hunters expansion, and that adds conflict. Essentially, some of the missions require you to attack other players, and that's cool. It brings some boarding rules and showdown rules that are really quite interesting, and again, very evocative of the TV show. That was a very cool expansion. Very glad they came out with that. It was needed, and it works. So what do I need to say about Blue Sun? It's great. It's great. It's more of a good thing. If you like Firefly the game, if you like to play it, you need this expansion. I can't imagine playing Firefly again without this expansion. It just brings so much. Just like Pirates and Bounty Hunters really made it better, Blue Sun really makes it better. Very pleased with the Blue Sun expansion. It is just a whole lot of fun. Those Reavers, where before they were just kind of a minor annoyance, now they are deadly. They are dangerous, and there's greater chances of you running into them. So, and you have to, if you want to go for some of those special missions, you got to go through rim space, and that's where those Reavers like to hang out. Of course, they can still move around border space as well. But it's very cool. The new missions are fun. The new scenarios and setups are fun. Really enjoy it. And I gotta tell you, Firefly is just one of those games that can create passion, that you can just have a whole lot of fun with your friends laughing with. So let me tell you what I'm talking about here. We recently played a game where my buddy Zach, he was within like 3 turns of winning the game. The scenario was you had to return to your home system with like $12,000, and he's just nearly there. Well, as he's flying toward his home system in Alliance space, he draws a nav deck card. The Alliance cruiser jumps on him, and guess what? He had like 3 or 4 warrants. He's got to clear those warrants for $3,000 or $4,000. Suddenly, he's like, ah! He was yelling, he was screaming. He had just come this close to winning, and then that Alliance cruiser showed up, and it screwed up his plans. He was so angry. And it was so much fun. We were laughing. Now, he was saying, I hate this game, I hate this game. But you know what he was really saying? I freaking love this game. And he's told me since, he loves the game because it created that kind of passion. Very fun, very solid game, very solid expansion. But you know what? Why just take my word for it? I want to take this opportunity to introduce a new segment on The Discriminating Gamer that I like to call Russ's Corner. Let's watch.
Reavers suck.
Thanks, Russ. So, Firefly, Blue Sun expansion, this is a no-brainer for the discriminating gamer. It's great. It's wonderful. Pick it up. If you love the base game, you want this expansion. So, let me just say, the discriminating gamer highly recommends this game, and it says, buy it! Thank you so much for joining us today on The Discriminating Gamer. Please, we ask you to leave a comment here on YouTube, on our website, thediscriminatinggamer.com, on our Facebook site, on Board Game Geek. Please like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. We are The Discriminating Gamer.